Hi everyone, Dr. Amy Abelar, Acupuncture Practice Systems, and this video is talking about how during my grad school time was actually the beginning of me hiring other employees. And I was starting grad school at the same time that I was starting a business, which is kind of insane. But it actually was the squeeze that I needed in order to make my business more successful. So this video is going to highlight a couple of ways that that squeeze was really important to my business development. The number one way is because while I was sitting in grad school, I'm sitting in class trying to focus, and I'm getting text messages from my receptionist who doesn't know what to do about a specific situation. And this could have been anything from, hey, by the way, we're out of water cups. Can you get those reordered? This could be, hey, someone came in and they want to buy a gift certificate. It's been a little bit since I sold one. How do I do that? Things that were very simple. I absolutely, obviously someone's there, they're trying to buy a gift certificate. I don't want to lose that sale. And how embarrassing is that as a business to have the receptionist say, I'm sorry, I can't sell you a gift certificate because I don't know how, I forgot. That clearly shows the client that people are not coming in and buying gift certificates very often, which is a bad look, right? What makes them want to purchase one when the receptionist can't even sell it to them? So one of the things that I was forced to do that ended up being hugely impactful for me was I had to create systems. So I went through and I scripted out in the system, you're going to click this, you're going to click this, you're going to click this, you're going to add this person's name in, you're going to click this. And that is step by step written out instructions for how to sell a gift certificate, right? And then that became a document that the front desk had. So it was like, hey guys, if you're in a situation where someone comes in to buy a gift certificate and you don't remember how to do it, I have typed out instructions that's ready now and available for you. If you have something that is a list, something that's an item that is not an emergency, then write it down on a list and I'll see it when I'm in the office the next day, right? Training them not to reach out to me to things that were not emergencies, and then things that were emergencies, working on creating systems so that I didn't get bothered with those emergencies nearly as often as I was to begin with, because you've been in grad school, you have to be paying very close attention. It's a lot of information, a lot of content, and even grad school in general feels like a fire hose of content coming at you, right? So imagine you're sitting in class and you're getting bothered at work, by work saying, hey, we need this. Hey, where is that? Hey, I have a person here and I don't know how to do this specific thing to help them. Even things like for a little while, we were in a space that had a barbershop next door to us. And that barbershop was rock and roll themed, which, okay, fine, no big deal. What I didn't realize is that the barbers in there like to play the drums and the guitar super loud, sometimes in between clients. And obviously, that was not great for massage clients. We ended up having to move from that location. Do your due diligence with who your neighbors are. But point being, there would also be instances where you have a client that's in a massage room and they could hear the drumming or the guitar from the barbershop next door. So I'd have I'd have receptionists who are reaching out to me during my schooling, saying, hey, this is happening, there's noise, like what should I do? What kind of a discount can I give the clients? And so I just said, there's a blanket 20% discount for any inconvenience, that the receptionists were authorized to make that decision on their own, that they did not need to reach out to me and tell me there was a noise issue. Unfortunately, I knew this was going to be a frequent thing until we could get moved. And so in the future, if there was an issue, instead of them bothering me while I was at school, I gave them that 20% discretionary discount to use in the event that someone was frustrated about something. And the noise from next door was the most common thing. So my point is, I gave them power to make those decisions so that they were not having to bother me. As a business owner, this has created so much freedom for me because I've now given them the authority to make those decisions on their own. And it's small, right? 20% off, it's not huge. I'm not letting them comp people whenever they feel like it. But by having a description of how to do an entire, step-by-step sell a gift certificate, or here's your 20% you can automatically give. Things like that were systems that I put in place that made a huge difference in how I was able to still be at grad school while having these systems in place that made it a heck of a lot easier for me to focus on what I was doing. And those are the kind of templates that I give you access to inside Acupuncture Practice Systems. If you are interested, I would highly recommend clicking the link below and checking it out.